Proctor Youth Baseball Action Game of the Week. We have the Pittsford Indians. They're in the red uniforms, up batting first against the Proctor Rangers. Sean Blanchard getting the start tonight on the mound. And a perfect night temperature-wise for baseball, and not a lot of wind to talk about. We could be dodging a couple showers here and there, as it's been a funny day weather-wise with a sprinkle here and there and the sun poking out. And I think that trend will continue right through tonight. But as far as it goes, PEGTV.com is the place to be to watch all the local youth sports action on Channel 15 also. Blanchard with the pitch, and it'll slide outside on him for a ball. Should tell you who's up at the plate. That's Eric Laughlin, the center fielder for Pittsford. And he's batting from that left side, trying to get his team going here, scheduled for 6. And Blanchard's pitch will be swung on and missed for a strike. The defense out there has Shane Protovansky at the catcher's position. Curtis Tomlinson, of course, is at first base. Reed Farley gets a start at second. Kyle Miles is at shortstop tonight, and Jesse Slade is at third base. And there's strike 2, and we've ran it back to a full count now. The outfield, Nick Ojala is in center, Joe Parker is in right, and Zach Gilbert in left field. So Blanchard coming in, and it'll be high, and it'll be ball 4. Had the plate just high, so Laughlin will lead things off here with a walk tonight. Colby McCoy up now. He's going to be the pitcher tonight for the Indians when they come out in the field. And I double checked. It is McCoy, not McKay. So McCoy up there. Taking a few extra practice swings. And they're having the outfield back up for the Rangers. See, now this is the first time I've seen the Indians play this year. So obviously they think McCoy's got a lot of power up there because they backed up another 5 or 6 feet. And he'll go after that pitch, miss it, the ball will get by the catcher, and the throw coming down will be backed up, and no, he's off. He's heading over to third base, and Slade will hold on to the ball there as on that attempted steal. The throw went wild, and Laughlin ends up at third base. On deck is Dominic McCullough. Now for the Indians, there's a couple McCulloughs on the roster. Dominic in the order first, and then Angelo batting down in that 7 spot. So the Indians, golden opportunity here, man at third base and nobody down. McCoy with a long look down to the third base coach, steps in the box and will duck down out of that pitch. And Blanchard missing a little bit inside. Again, Proctor coming off that game against Rutland Town, and they're looking for an improvement from that night. As it happens, you're talking about young people, young kids, they just had an off night and looking to find that intensity tonight. Oh, threw that high fastball up top, and McCoy went right after it and just missed the connection. And I tell you, I don't care what age group I cover. Those high pitches, everybody goes after them. And that's going to be fouled. Just got a piece of it to stay alive. Protovansky almost able to come up with the catch on the foul tip, but instead it'll stay with 2 strikes now on the batter, McCoy. I mentioned Dominic McCullough's up next, and then batting the cleanup spot will be Tyler Allen, the catcher. Blanchard doing a little landscaping out in front of the rubber there on the pitcher's mound. Oh, good pitch. That'll be strike 3. The runner coming home. The ball will be rolled to him, and he'll be safe. And not only that, the guy, I thought on strike 3 dropped ball that he went to first base, but he did not. So he's out of play now in the dugout, so that will go as the run scored. And McCoy will be on the strikeouts for the first out. Now McCullough up, the third baseman. And yeah, it's crazy like that. You get to this age group, a lot of stuff happens in a ball game. Usually by the end of the night, every inning's had a memorable play in it. And that's one of the great things about covering the younger age groups like this. Have the regular season, then the playoffs for this division, and then we'll go to the All-Star Tournament, which is July, I want to say 10th and 11th. But that's always a blast to be here and watch, and you've got plenty of notice now to come and show up and be able to, well, bring your sunscreen and bring a lawn chair, but take in the action. So McCullough will get a piece of it, but be fouled down the first baseline. We've already seen a lot of good action this year so far, as we've had the Killington squad come down, and man, they had some pretty decent players, good pitching on that team. They won a close one here against Proctor. Then the Rutland Town Chargers, man, they look like they could be the team this year to put the target on, the bullseye on, and be chasing them. As they were young last year, but they've matured a lot over the season, or the off season. They had good pitching, good hitting, solid defense, and I think we'll get to see them another time during the regular season also. From the top of the first and 1-0, the Pittsford Indians with the lead. Great pitch right there. That'll be a strikeout for Blanchard. And if you saw where Protovansky, the catcher, had set up his target, Blanchard just tattooed it and they hardly had to move the glove. Now Tyler Allen up with 2 outs. And the outfield pretty deep, but straight away right now. That'll be a big swing and a foul ball. Slade at third base defensively, almost in on the grass. And then Miles deep in the hole at short. And there's a huge hole between short and second base defensively out there for the Rangers. And that's going to be out of play. A good crowd already here, but more people already starting to file in. Love the start time, 6 o'clock. That means I get out of work, get a chance to have a sandwich or something real quick before I get over here. That'll be high and inside. So Blanchard with 2 strikeouts this inning. Looking to get that third out and keep it at a 1-run deficit right now for Proctor. And he'll get the strikeout. Nice strong inning by Blanchard and Proctor. They'll come up in the bottom of the first, down 1-0 to Pittsford. And for Proctor tonight, you're going to be looking at Sean Blanchard in that leadoff spot. Nick Ogil bat number 2 and Shane Protovansky at the third spot. Cleanup tonight's Kyle Miles, and this is McCoy on the mound. And the first pitch for the Pittsford Indians will be a swinging strike. Some nice action on that pitch from Colby McCoy with Daniel Allen, the catcher. And as soon as he goes through another pitch, I'll go around the infield and set that for you defensively. And McCoy will be a little bit high on that one. It kind of slipped out of his hand. Eric Sherman will play first base. Ethan Nerney is at second. Tyler Allen's at shortstop. Dominic McCullough's at third. And the outfield coming up after this pitch right here. We got a 1-0 game in the bottom of the first. Pittsford lead. And they show bunt, and he got hit. And Blanchard trying to walk it off because they're already short some bodies over there. And they need him. He's a starting pitcher tonight. So they lost M.J. Dennis for the season to an injury. And now Nick Ogil up. One thing that's been different, or no, or did they say Blanchard? You know what I think happened? I think he offered at the pitch on the bunt, so it was irrelevant. I don't know why it'd be irrelevant. He got hit though. I'm just trying to figure out why he was hit by the pitch and not allowed to go to first base. It wasn't fouled. Well, he got the suck it up son speech from his dad / first base coach. He's still at the plate, so I'll try to figure out why. I know he squared the bunt, but he still got hit by the... But I know if you get hit in the hand, it's considered part of the bat, and that's not a hit by the pitch, go to first base type deal. But always a mystery at some point during the ball game. It's a funny thing, too, because I did a American Legion baseball promotional show for the upcoming Legion season with Ron Fairbanks, who's the president of the Legion Baseball in Vermont. Oh, that's a good shot. That's a base hit, and he's on base the old-fashioned way. He got a base hit. You can see the rolling dive there, and then the quick throw into second. And I tell you, just getting the ball back in was kind of exciting, as that will end up being a single for Blanchard. Oh, but I've covered Legion ball for I don't know how many, seriously, 14, 15 years. Used to coach baseball. Played it. Ron Fairbanks gave me a rule book. Brand new out of the box, brand new rule book. He said, I listen to you sometimes, you seem to get lost. So I think he was nicely telling me to read the rule book. And I've got it, I just haven't really glanced at it yet, but I will. Oh, good swing by Ogil. That'll be fouled back for strike 2. I should tell you the outfield, huh? 13 was Cameron LaCoyle. He made that nice stop on that single just now for Pittsford. Eric Laughlin's in center, and Angelo McCullough is the right fielder. This is Nick Ogil at the plate. Pittsford picking up a run in the top of the first on an error. And Proctor, the runner on first base. And that's going to give the chance to Blanchard to get down to second base, and he will take the turn, and he looks like he's moving pretty good. The leg must have mended. And so McCoy now in a little bit of a jam with a runner at second and nobody out. Protovansky on deck for Proctor. And they'll be inside. For some reason, I'm not quite sure. The second baseman keep running in. Nerney did. Unless he's backing up the throws from the catcher out. It's going to be a long night for him if he has to do it on every pitch. That's going to be the shortstop. It's a slow grounder, and they're never going to get him. The ball will go to the fence. The run will score with Blanchard, and I kept it on Ojala, and he stayed at first. So both teams score a run on a throwing mistake. I'm going to give Ojala an infield single on that slow rolling ground ball. And now Shane Protovansky up, the catcher tonight, and he'll look on down to third base and get the sign. And I can't believe he wouldn't be swinging away. Showed bunt, brought the bat back. The throw down to second, and I'm waiting for the indication. He is safe in under the tag. And it's Ojala with that good speed. We'll have the stolen base in a 1-1 game in the bottom of the first. A long way to go, scheduled for 6. And Protovansky stepping back in. Now that they've got the steal down, see if he takes the bunt off. Shows bunt, and pitch was high. Yeah, and see the nice job. Well, there's a good see. That's why he backed that up. That's Nerney, number 9, coming in on the throws from the catcher back to the pitcher, backing it up. And it paid off right there. So that's going to be a lot of miles tonight he's going to put on. Trucking around out there. Oh, nice bunt. The throw to first. Oh, what a throw. Strong throw, and they'll get him. And a runner. Ojala will move over to third, and you can see that long lead he's got over there. He's trying to get the throw and manufacture a pickle play, but it didn't work. So Protovansky with a sacrifice. And now the shortstop, Kyle Miles, up. Miles this year. Now I think this is my 5th game this year, but he's hit the ball extremely well with a lot of power, a lot of consistency. Ojala breaking for home base. Nope. I lost him in the viewfinder. He went back to third. Okay. Probably a good decision as the catcher, Daniel Allen, able to recover that ball relatively quickly. And McCoy had already covered the bag, so. Not home base, home plate. Darren Carter corrects me all the time when he hears that. It's not a base, it's a plate. Everybody's a critic. And then, I don't know the lady's name, but she gave me the Pittsford lineup. She's a scorebook keeper. And I don't know who the gentleman was sitting with her. I don't think it was her husband. Could have been, I don't know. I'll get this because I thought it was funny, but just a second. That'll be a ball outside. But I went up to her and asked for the lineup, and she said, I already gave it to you guys. She thought I was with Proctor. And that's backed up, and the runner will stay at third. I said, no, I'm with PEGTV. And she got all, you know, I thought it was kind of cool. She said, oh, I'm a big fan of PEGTV. The guy sitting next to her laughed. Like it was a joke. And I get a lot of that. But my ego was never big enough to do paid radio and paid internet and paid TV, so I stuck with this. Now on the walk, Miles will go to first. They'll bring up Tomlinson, Curtis Tomlinson, stepping in from the left side, the first baseman for Proctor. And that first and third situation, see if they send the runner from first on that steal to second and then delay with the runner at third. It's almost a given at this age level. There goes the runner, and they're going to concede the steal. So Miles will go down to second without a throw. So Proctor had the makings of a big inning here, as they've got just the one out, the one run in, and runners at second and third. And Tomlinson. I'll tell you what, that was a dandy pitch to a left-handed batter. Hopefully this will be a good tight one tonight. And again, to that left-handed batter, that pitch right there, sailing down and away. I'd like to congratulate Otter Valley, the ladies softball team up there, coached by Patty Cannon, as they've made it all the way to the semifinals this year. Of course, they're the defending champions from last year. Oh, tough pitch, got him. Tomlinson will go down on strikes for the second out. Now Reed Farley, who's starting at second base tonight, he's going to get a chance to try to drive in a run or two. Tell you, one of the great things about doing the games here at Proctor is you can smell the hamburgers cooking in the concession stand. The wind blows out this way. And Ojala stops, and he'll go back. I tell you, the catcher, Daniel Allen, doing some good work hustling behind home plate tonight. It's a couple times now he's been able to keep the runner at third on pitches that have been hard to handle. And again, everybody's going to stay put. You could see that McCoy covered home plate and that Allen able to retrieve the ball relatively quick. The Indians in the red uniforms from Pittsford, Vermont. The hometown Proctor squad in the blue, the Rangers. Got a 1-1 score now behind a Farley, and he'll have the good eye and lay off from that. And again, Nerney doing an excellent job from second base, coming on every throw back from the catcher to the pitcher to back it up. And I hope he's getting paid by the steps tonight. And it's going to be down to, no, they pulled it down to third baseline, but foul, so everybody will get reset down to second and third, and then the batter will step back in the box. If Farley can extend the inning, Zach Gelbert will be up on deck for Proctor. There's a slight breeze blowing, nothing too damaging right now. It's those dark clouds behind me I worry about. And a tough pitch by McCoy will get the swinging strike. Tell you, he's throwing some nasty looking pitches in this inning. From behind like this, you can really see the movement on the pitch. He's going to go from the full windup with runners at second and third. Good rip by Farley as he had his head on the ball, but he'll be fouled back, and quite a battle here unfolding between McCoy and Farley. Real quick again, Sherman, Nerney, Allen, and McCullough on the infield defensively for Pittsford. And foul tip caught, strike 3. We're going to go to the second, tied at 1. As we go to the top of the second, looking at Eric Sherman at the plate. Blanchard on the mound, had 3 strikeouts in that first inning. The 1 run was under and it came in on an error. And we're going to be looking at the 5, 6, 7 back. Sherman, McCullough, and Allen due up here for Pittsford. Blanchard threw with some heat in that first inning. Just a matter of getting the location down, and like that right there was beautiful. And that'll be a swinging strike, and since we're only in the second, I will set the defense for you. And as I'm looking at that dugout, I believe there's only two subs tonight for the Rangers. So it'll be easy enough to keep track of when they make the changes. And pitch inside, but not off the plate by that far. And he's been pretty accurate so far here in the early going, as we have Protovansky at the catcher spot, Tomlinson's at first, Farley at second, Miles at short, Slade at third. And that's going to be a base hit. That's going to drop in, and Joe Parker will get the ball and quickly, well, he went to Tomlinson with it, and he'll chase Sherman back to first. So a lead-off single here to start off the second inning, and Pittsford, see what they want to do as far as running those bases, if they want to try a little small ball, or if they're going to try a straight steal, or just let the batter swing away. But right now, Angelo McCullough up the right fielder. And then you can see the sun back out, and it's going to be that kind of ball game where we'll play peekaboo with the clouds. Blanchard going to go from the stretch with the runner at first, and that pitch will sail inside. And when he's missed high and inside. The outfield has Nick Ogil in center, Joe Parker, as you just saw in right field, and Zach Gelbert in left. And that is the defense for the Proctor Rangers tonight. I expect that to change a couple innings. A swing a little bit late on that fastball. And again, the location was beautiful, low and outside by Sean Blanchard. June 15th, mark that down on your calendar. That's the start of American Legion Post 31's home baseball schedule down at St. Peter's Field. Oh, he got a piece of that, and he's going to rip it. Fair ball, picked up by Gelbert. No problem, it's a hot potato, and he'll get it back in. Now Miles at short will hold it, and Pittsford with something happening here in the second inning as they've got a first and second situation with nobody out. Daniel Allen, the catcher, and then Nerney on deck. And again, I like a game with a lot of scoring. As long as it's equal, pretty equal scoring. But I can take a pitcher's duel. But I'll tell you, if I was just a fan, I was going to be to Slade. He'll step on the bag, get the lead runner, and nice play by Slade. Kept it all in front of him, all under control. So that's 1 down now. Let's see. So it goes to fielder's choice for Allen. McCullough goes to second, and then the put out at third base. It's just sprinkling a little bit now here in Proctor, the town of Proctor. Popped up and out of play, just off the hamburger stand. Got a lot more youth baseball action coming up for you. Like I said, been on the road once, went to Pittsford, and that'll be a foul ball. Might have catch the umpire. Yeah, he took his mask off. I think he got his bell rung a little bit on that one. And he appears to be all right as far as umpires go. So stepping back in there will be Nerney. And a nice stop. Runner's going to go. They got a chance at third base, and he will be gone. The throw back to second, and no, he'll be safe at second. He's like, he came off the bag. He's out. Yeah, he came off the bag, and that'll be a double play, as I'm not sure what possessed him to come off the bag, but he walked off the bag and tagged out, and that's the inning on that double play. So Zach Gelbert getting his first chance to swing the bat tonight. Joe Parker on deck, and then Jesse Slade batting on that number 9 spot as they've shaken up the order a little bit here in this ball game. That's an interesting move, putting Slade at the 9 spot. Gives you a batter with pretty decent power down low in the order. As McCoy and Allen remain the battery out there for Pittsford. And a swing and a miss. Big rip at the ball and a miss for a strike. We've seen the other Pittsford team play. That was that 16-12 game out in Pittsford that the Rangers came back to rally for the win. We'll see the Indians tonight. Oh, drops it in the basket for a strike. So 2 strikes on Gelbert. As that double play ended that threat. The top half of the second, we remain tied at 1. And that'll be a strikeout. Again, good heat on the inside corner. That'll be that's McCoy's 3rd strikeout, 3rd in a row actually, going back to the first inning. He struck out Tomlinson and Farley to end the inning, and then Gelbert here to start the inning. Now Parker up the right fielder. Parker with good speed out there, so anything hits slow on the ground, he's got a good chance of beating it out. A little late on the swing right there on the high fastball. 0-1 the count. McCoy catching and firing. He's got a nice rhythm right now. Mixing up his spots, too, as far as where he's putting the ball, which is excellent at this age level. And why they retrieved that ball, I can tell you Sherman remains at first base defensively. Nerney's at second. Tyler Allen's at short. And Dominic McCullough, he is your 3rd baseman. And that's going to be foul down the first baseline as Parker almost coming up with a big hit right there. The catchers, Dan Allen. Cameron LaCoils in left field. Eric Laughlin's in center. And Angelo McCullough, the right fielder. I haven't seen any changes yet for either team defensively. And Mike got a little help right there, as that one was a little bit out of the strike zone. So that's 4 strikeouts in a row now by McCoy. And Slade up. Then the top of the order, Blanchard. There's a break in the action as the umpire retrieving some of those foul balls, getting them back in his extra pouch bag there for the balls on the side of his belt. Yeah, I was clumsy. I was trying not to say his ball bag, but that's what it is. He put the ball in his bag, so that will be Slade skipping out of the way, and that will be inside, obviously a ball. The 15th of June, post 31. 5:30 start time for the weekday games for American Legion baseball action down at St. Peter's Field. You can get the schedule by going right on the Legion's website. Oh, that's cranked. That's going to be extra bases. That's going to roll to the fence. That's Slade rounding first and moving on to second, and I think he's going to run out of gas right there. Yeah. I'll tell you what, he's got the hitting thing down. He's got to work on getting around the bases a little bit, as he will have a double with 2 down. It was a very good hit, and it seemed like he had a little trouble picking the ball up coming around the bag at first. Now Blanchard up, and he had a base hit his first time up. Remember, he got hit by a pitch, and then they didn't give him the bag, and I believe that's going to be foul. Yeah, it's going to be over the fence and foul into the bullpen area for the Rangers. So Proctor with a chance with 2 down here in the top of their order up to pick up the go-ahead run. Ojala on deck. McCoy, long look in, and they'll go to the full windup. Give him a little chin music, and there'll be a ball. It's interesting because even at any age level with a runner at second, a lot of times they'll pitch out of the stretch, as Blanchard did. McCoy, both times he's had runners on base, stayed with the full windup, maybe just more comfortable in it. And just a tad, I caught the plate, but it was a little bit high above the belt, and a good eye there by Blanchard. This is the second inning. We got a 1-1 score. Youth baseball action on Munger Vision. Some of the best baseball I cover. Oh, great pitch right on the corner. I tell you, both pitchers I thought have early innings here. I thought they thrown the ball very well. See Blanchard wait as McCoy checked his defense. Now he's set. Goes into the motion. And tell you what, that is a tough pitch to take with 2 strikes, but it was a tad bit high and outside. And Blanchard with an excellent eye right there. Or he got lucky, one or the other. We'll see what comes now with McCoy. And that'll be a walk. A little life out of the Rangers dugout tonight compared to the other night. So got a cheer going in there. Now Ojala, who had a single, he's up there. The center fielder tonight. Of course, you'll see him all over. He's pitched, he's played shortstop, he's been in the outfield. So with 2 outs, the Indians trying to find that elusive third out here and keep the game tied at 1. Ojala, right off the about eyeball high, will foul that one off. So McCoy's worked from ahead in the count through most of his first 2 innings, as has Blanchard. And of course, with 2 down, anything hit by Ojala, the runners are going to be off and going. And boy, he swings like Dustin Pedroia. I mean, when he swings, it's every ounce of his body going around, and he'll foul that one off. Of course, I enjoyed watching Ojala during the winter as he played on that Proctor basketball team that won the Glossic tournament. Oh, great pitch. That's the inning. They'll strand 2, and they'll stay tied at 1 going into the 3rd. So in the 3rd, Blanchard will throw ball 1. It's that short hop to Protovansky, the catcher. Nerney up. Now, remember, Nerney was up when they've got that double play that ended the inning. At least in my book, I have it as Nerney, LaCoyle, and then Laughlin. Now be fouled off. I tell you, that was a nice job of bending down to meet the pitch. A lot of younger players will be stiff and then reach with the bat. He actually went down and coiled with the knees. So 1-1 count on Nerney, and I can see that is number 9 now, so he is leading off this 3rd inning, and that will be fouled. He's able to pull the ball. Blanchard with 3 strikeouts. They all came in the 1st inning. Pretty much has been in control as far as walks. He's done a nice job in that area. And he can caught the plate, but high, and a good call by the umpires. Tonight, so far, I know we're only in the 3rd, but it's been a very consistent strike zone. It's been a good job of calling the outs in the field. And I do think, like I said, especially at this age group, this is one of the tougher age groups to umpire, but these guys doing a good job tonight. As Protovansky behind the plate will chase that down, toss it back into Blanchard. You got Tomlinson over at first defensively. Farley's at 2nd. Miles is at short. Slade at 3rd, and that'll be a ball. There's a good eye there. Remember, he was behind in the count, and he was. Now he's got the count in his favor. Parker's in right field. Ojala's in center. And Jalbert is the left fielder, and that's the defense right now for the Proctor Rangers. Oh, great pitch. Tell you, he's been getting his out pitches on that outside corner. He's been very consistent of being able to hit the target out there. It's 4 strikeouts now for him. Now, Cameron LaCoyle up the left fielder, and this is going to be his first opportunity to swing the bat tonight. So you can tell defensively and with your pitching, you're doing a much better job tonight when you get to the middle of the 3rd inning and the number 9 batter is getting his first at-bat. Laughlin top of the order on deck. Each team scoring their run back in the 1st. Take a little happy throwing the ball around both sides, didn't? Oh, just overpowered him with that high heater. That time Blanchard came right over the top, and that's when he seems to be most effective, is picking up that good velocity on his pitches. You can see the target, and Protovansky with the grab on the miss swing. 2 strikes now on LaCoyle. Again, not a bad crowd on hand at all for tonight's ball game. And he will bust it inside and have back-to-back strikeouts. Going to be facing the center fielder, Laughlin. Laughlin scored the only run of the ball game for the Indians at this point. And you can see lefty, so they're going to kind of shift everybody over toward the first base line, the right field line. And again, that pitch will sail outside on him. Slade in very deep on the grass at third base. Slade, though, we saw him hit that double in the last inning, but he plays a very solid third base, too. He's good with the glove over there. He's got a strong arm. And he's fearless on the corner, and that's what you got to have over at third base. So they retrieve that foul ball from the bat of Laughlin. So Blanchard with 5 strikeouts, not quite 3 full innings of work. That's got a chance to get past Gilbert. No, he'll be knocked down nicely. When they try to get him to second, he is heading to second base, and he'll be in there with a stand-up double. So an opposite the field double with two down, and now McCoy up. That's a good job of just going with the pitch right there, low outside corner. And he had that little inside-outside swing, and again bent the knees to get down there to get it, and comes up with a double. So Laughlin standing at second base with the 2 down. That looks to be playable. Tomlinson said he's got it, and he does not have it. Foul ball, so the runner will come back. Tomlinson usually money in the bank on defensive plays. That one just kind of bent the glove back on him and got away from him. The only damage is that the batter will get an extra out here. The runner has to go back to second, of course. And so McCoy, see if he can take advantage of this second life now. And again, high, over the plate, but high. I like the umpire behind the plate because he's telling you when you miss, he's telling you where you're missing, and that's good for this age group to know. Gives them a better idea how to correct their not mistakes is the wrong word, but where they're missing. And right there you see him off the corner outside. Yeah, Rewind-Proctor, good time to plug the Crawley Road Race coming up June 13th, 8 o'clock. They start right in front of the gazebo in the park at Proctor, and they run all the way to Rutland. I don't know why. I drive all the way there and videotape them. It's a lot easier. So Blanchard, that'll get by the catcher Protovansky on the wild pitch, and runners will move up. The runner will move up to third base. So. And again, Proctor with the 2 outs, just looking for that third out here. 1-1 the score, top of the third. And this time a long look down that third baseline by McCoy. I'm not sure what the sign was, but he must use a telegraph to get it there because it took a long time. They want to squeeze it, foul ball, and was that third strike? Okay, I thought he had a couple foul balls in there, but I know in softball when he tried to bunt with 2 strikes, full count. Yeah, so he did. Okay, I guess the rules are different at this age level. And he'll get the strikeout. There's 6 strikeouts now for Blanchard. That one coming at a sweet time as the Pittsford squad will strand a runner at third and we'll stay tied at 1. Catcher Shane Protovansky for Proctor. Leadoff batter in the bottom of the third. That could be playable. They're coming in on it, and is it fair? Yes, it is. It's going to drop in there for a single, and Protovansky will scramble back to first. And looked at the first pitch and liked it, and he'll be on base for the first time. He had sacrificed last time up, and Kyle Miles up. He walked his last time up, got stranded at second. Like I said, he's been hitting very consistently this year. Shows bunt, and will bunt the ball down. Nice bunt. McCoy with 1 play to first, and I'm waiting for the call. Is he out or is he on the bag? Yeah, he will be out. Nice job over at first base by Sherman to go up in the air. Not only locate the ball, but then be able to come down on the bag. And we've seen a lot more small ball tonight than we have all season long. Just get those fundamental things down like that. So helpful. Tomlinson up there with a runner at second, 1 out. So McCoy, through the first 2 innings, has had 3 strikeouts. Well, I'm going to correct that, 5 strikeouts. He's had at least 1 strikeout in each of the first 2 innings. Tomlinson, foul. Right off the hamburger stand roof. Like I said, that's one of the best parts of doing the games here. You can smell the food cooking. So Tomlinson, 0 for 1 tonight. Looking to pick up an RBI here. Yeah, he's going to get the runner over to third with that, and that kicks foul. So they'll send Protovansky back to second. Tomlinson will go back into the box. And I'm just looking real quick. It looks like the Pittsford Indians defense has stayed the same with Sherman at first, Nerney at second, Tyler Allen at shortstop, Dominic McCullough at third, Daniel Allen behind the plate. And the pitch from McCoy. Got him, strike 3, and yeah, I'm waiting to see as the catcher picked up the ball. Protovansky had a pretty decent lead down there, but will elect to go back to second base. And now 2 down. 6 strikeouts in the ball game. Reed Farley up. He's 0 for 1 tonight. Defensively, he got the start at second base, and Protovansky's going to head to third, and he will be at third standing up. He'll take the turn and try to draw the throw, and Pittsford won't bite for it. So the runner at third and 2 outs now. Farley looking to make contact, put some pressure on the defense. We've seen a few wild pitches with runners at third, but the runner's not coming home on the opportunities tonight. And that'll be drilled in there high for a ball, and you can see the good hustle by the catcher, Daniel Allen, getting to that loose ball. If Farley can get on, that'll bring up Zach Gelbert. So McCoy trying to get out of a little jam here in the third. And that pitch will be high and also might have been a little bit inside. Protovansky, a good base runner, knows the techniques, knows what he wants. He's trying to get the infield distracted with his moving around over there at third base after the pitches. Yeah, and that will be, did that hit the batter? That should have been a dead ball. Wow, I got to brush up my rules. The ball hit the batter. That should have been a dead ball. The runner should never been able to come home from third. But they're going to count the run, yep. Nobody questioning it, so Protovansky will score. Farley was hit by the pitch. And Gelbert at the plate. Okay, so Proctor will go up 2-1 now. And that pitch jamming inside for a ball. And again, just the rules are all different at every age level. Sometimes I get stuck in varsity mode and college mode, but it would seem to me, and I'm obviously wrong, that if the ball hits the batter and rolls off from his body away, that you can't allow the runner to come home because it's out of control of where the ball goes, that the catcher had to chase it down. There's a strike right there. Tight one tonight, 2-1 in the third. Proctor taking their first lead of the night. And that's going to be outside, and now they won't throw down. As you can see, Farley will take the turn and look, and McCoy will throw the ball out to second. That's always a risky play, I think, when the runner's just a half a foot off the bag. But in any case, we'll go back with 2 down now and 1 run in and runner at second. And that floated on him, and Farley going down to third base will be there ahead of the throw, which gets by, and Farley coming home is going to have the third run of the evening for the Proctor squad. Gelbert will decide to rest at second after taking the turn. And Joe Parker coming to the plate, and it's been a very productive inning for the Proctor squad. Couple walks and some errors, and they've got a 3-1 lead now. Parker 0 for 1 tonight. And again, McCoy with good velocity, just a little off the strike zone right now. And now pop out of the glove of Allen, but he's able to chase the ball down, and Jalbert will stay at second base. On a beautiful temperature tonight for ball game. Again, that just missing. As Proctor able to get through some, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 batters so far in this inning. And again, you see Parker making them throw strikes. We'll wait on that one. That'll be another ball. The Indians in the red uniforms out there defensively in the field. Right on the corner. Tell you, McCoy's had some nice pitches tonight for the Indians. And that one will issue the walk on ball 4. So Jesse Slate up, he had a double, got stranded at second. That was his only time up. He's 1 for 1 tonight. And so Slade now looking to add to that 3-1 lead. Right off the fist and caught by McCoy. That'll end the inning, but Proctor does pick up a couple. They'll go to the 4th with a 3-1 lead over the Pittsford Indians. So Dominic McCullough, Tyler Allen, and Eric Sherman as we're right in the 3, 4, 5 spot in the order. And Blanchard's been strong through the first 3 innings. He had 3 strikeouts in the first inning and then 3 in the third. That's his total for the ball game. He's got 6 strikeouts. As they retrieve the ball for him and he gets set. And again, I think we've had we have substitutions in the ball game now. Logan Landon has gone into play left field, number 7 in blue for Proctor, and that looks like Chris Jalbert in right field. And I'm looking on the infield, Braden Fox is at third base. So that's the 3 subs that were available, and they're all in the ball game defensively now. As there is a ball from the other field, from the T-ball field over here, and that's what the stop and play was to get that. Getting good scoop by Protovansky, but the pitch obviously a ball. Pittsford picking up the only run back in the first. They've had base runners on each inning. And they'll have another one right here on the walk. So Dominic McCullough will get the walk, head down to first base. And Tyler Allen is 0 for 1 tonight. The shortstop, number 18, will step in there and face Sean Blanchard. And that young man standing there, that is the field umpire. They try to small ball it, and boy, he's going to have a great opportunity, and he should be safe. Yep. So the runners at first and second now as each team several times tonight executing the sacrifice very well. That one actually gets the runner down to first base. Now Eric Sherman up. He had a single, so he's 1 for 1 tonight. Yeah, so Sherman, the first baseman, as we've got a conference between the coaches and the umpires. Not sure about what, but whatever it was, unless he left early on the bag. But other than that, everything looks to be okay. We'll just get back to the game now. First and second, nobody down. Sherman at the plate, and that's going to be up the middle. Base hit. No, look at that play, and almost able to come up with a great play. It was Miles as, I tell you, they had a chance to go back to second and tag the runner, but they held the ball, and bases will be juiced for the Indians now. It's the first time tonight they've had the bases loaded. That'll be an infield single for Sherman. Now Angelo McCullough up. He's had a single tonight, and a 3-1 score. Proctor getting their 2 runs in the bottom of the last inning. The Indians trying to respond here in the top of the 4th. Great opportunity for the Indians. Bases loaded, nobody down, and that pitch a ball. Yep, you'd be surprised how small that strike zone looks to the pitcher once the bases are loaded. As Blanchard waits for for McCullough to step back in there. Took a little something off that pitch, and that fooled McCullough enough where he was out in front on the swing. So in the fourth of a game scheduled for 6, the Indians looking to make a little noise offensively. And this Proctor squad has pulled off a triple play this year. It was in the game at Del Bianco Field in Center Rutland. So I wasn't there. I heard about it. That would have been just the coolest thing to videotape. But that pitch coming in, and yeah, I think they called that a strike. It was a pitcher's pitch, that's for sure, on that outside corner like that. 2 balls, 1 strike, bases loaded, and the 4th inning. Tell you what, Blanchard, when he's had to, he's put a little extra garlic sauce on some of those pitches. Right there is a good example of it. He'll get his 7th strikeout, first out of the inning. Now set up the double play to end the inning now for Daniel Allen coming up. And they do have the infield. Well, they got Fox in on the grass. Miles 2 or 3 steps off the grass and swing and a miss by the Indians. Daniel Allen. Nerney on deck. Remember, they had the bases loaded, nobody down. Now they got the bases loaded and the 1 out. Blanchard up in the count, 0-2. Again, his last 2 strikes have been all on that inside corner. The big righty to the windup, and good stop by Protovansky. A play like that, you just don't realize how important it is to have a catcher that can do that, especially with the bases loaded. That could have resulted in at least 1 run coming in if that gets by him. When he did, the ball skipped in front of him. He just made himself big in front of the ball and controlled it. And a good eye with 2 strikes. That pitch tailed away inside. So Allen now with a 2-2 count. Again, Blanchard going to go the full windup. The base is juiced. Has worked it back now after being down in the count 0-2. It's been worked to a full count now, 3 balls and 2 strikes. A walk means a run, means an RBI for the batter. Fouled off. Yeah, that was a good pitch by Blanchard and a good job by Allen with the 2 strikes to stay alive. So we'll just reset. Bases loaded. The 1 out. 3-1 to score Proctor. Pittsford with a chance here to do something about it. And that will be high, and that will walk in a run. So Dominic McCullough will come in with the run. Tyler Allen will move to 3rd. Eric Sherman will go to 2nd. And Daniel Allen will go to 1st. And Nerney up now. He's 0 for 1 tonight. 3-2 the score. And that's going to be playable. No. It'll kick out of play as Tomlinson and Protovansky both went after it hard, but just couldn't get to it. And I'm just looking at the outfield in front of me, pretty much straight away and relatively shallow, but we'll see what goes on here. Foul tip, the runners can't move up on that, so getting Blanchard in position now with 2 strikes to get this out from the mound. All the strategies of Major League Baseball. This is good stuff. 3-2 game. Oh, what a solid shot. Landon charging the ball, and they're going to hold it to just 1 run coming in, but tell you what, there was no doubt about that hit as he's able to pull the ball over the top of the shortstop. That was Nerney getting the RBI. Sherman going to 3rd. Tyler Allen scoring. We're tied now at 3. Bases still loaded, and Cameron LaCoyle up. 0 for 1 tonight. Getting a good pop on that last base hit by the Indians. That's going to be through the hole at 2nd, and at least 2 runs coming in. You see him waving them around 3rd. So it goes 4-3, 5-3, and they're still coming. Protovansky went up to get it, and another run will come in. And that will, well, there'll be 1 man on, so he'll clear the bases as LaCoyle ends up at 3rd base. And let me just catch up. Sherman scoring, Daniel Allen scoring, and Ethan Nerney scoring, or Nerney. So 5 runs makes it 6-3. The Indians with the lead. And top of the order, Eric Laughlin up. And now there is the 10 batter rule. We're not at that point yet, but we're getting close to it. This is the 8th batter to come up. A nice stop by Protabansky, playing out like a shortstop back there. Yeah, it was a walk, the single, and then everything kind of fell into place for Pittsford. As they, again, the innings started off with the makings of a big inning, but a lot of times they never follow through on it. But tonight, in this inning right here, Pittsford had the bases loaded with 1 out and have been able to capitalize on it, scoring 5 runs so far this inning, making it a game of 6-3. Pitch right there for a strike. Long way to go though tonight. And it's LaCoyle over at third base. Got a 1-for-1 night going, but that last hit was the big one. Again, he went back to the high heat and a little late on the swing was Laughlin. And Blanchard with a nice pace between pitches. Oh, right down the pipe for strike 3, and we had a, oh, that's a pinch bat. We had a pinch hitter. That was Tyler Peterson. That was batting for Laughlin. So let me catch up to that. So Peterson, and now it should be McCoy up. And I heard somebody come on Colby. So Colby McCoy up. He is the 9th batter of the inning. So with 2 outs, runner at third, that pitch will float and be a ball. I already mentioned the Crawley Road Race coming up the 13th. I believe it's June 19th. Cal Joslin got some local boxing action taking place down at the Rutland Middle School. Pulled the string on that pitch for a strike. I used to cover the boxing for Cal when they had it at the Royce Mandigo Arena. It can be unpolished, but if you like boxing, if you're a pugilist, you got to be there the 19th. You'll like this stuff. So McCoy's set. And it'll be high as he ducks under the pitch. And he is the 9th batter to come up here in the 4th. It's been a big 4th. 5 runs so far in the 4th for Pittsford. Blanchard with a strike. If they can extend it one more batter, it'll be Dominic McCullough, who's on deck. He's already been up once this inning. And so Blanchard trying to put the end of the inning. Will get the strike called, but well, with 6-3, Indians lead going in the bottom of the 4th over Proctor on Munger Vision. That first pitch to Blanchard will be a ball. We're in the bottom of the 4th in a game that's seesawed back and forth with the lead. Top of the order, Blanchard, Ojala, Protabansky up. And Blanchard tonight's been on base twice. He's singled and has walked. And he's also scored a run. He's got 9 strikeouts as far as he's been the pitcher for the Rangers tonight. He's got 9 strikeouts. And that'll be outside, obviously, so go to the backstop. So McCoy will start his 4th inning of work. Colby McCoy, number 3 out there. There's the sun back out here at the Proctor Little League field. Quite a long look in, and McCoy's set. And it'll just be a tad bit outside. Now, they have changed around some of the defensive alignment for the Pittsford Indians as they've moved Angelo McCullough over to center field. And unfortunately, his is the only jersey number I can see right now. That'll be followed back into the screen. There we go. So number 13 is Cameron LaCoyle. He is over in left field. I can't locate Eric Laughlin, but I'll work on it. I'm not sure. No, the camera didn't stop. That would have been ball 4. Yeah, okay. So that will be the call, and that will be a walk to Blanchard. So for the second time tonight, Blanchard will draw a walk on what was kind of a strange play. I thought the camera stopped for a minute. I looked, and he did. And now one of the coaches coming out for the Pittsford Indians will have a chat with his pitcher. Not really sure. what the distraction was, but it happens. You're talking about a young age group. Ojala up now. He's 1 for 2 tonight. He's singled, and he has struck out. Protovansky on deck. As Proctor getting the start here from the top of the order. On a cool, comfortable night in June. And they try to small ball it, foul. But they're looking to move Blanchard down to second. Of course, Ojala's got the potential to beat those out with his speed anyways. And also, if you looked at the corner at third, the fielder on that side, Dominic McCullough, was real deep and at the corner at third. It'll be a tough play to throw him out. Now, I guess it did not hit Ojala. Yeah, it reacted like it hit him in the foot, but it didn't. The ball just gets away. Now Blanchard will go down to second base without the aid of the bunt. See if they keep the bunt on and move more to third. That's going to be up the middle. Base hit for Ojala. Blanchard, being shown the way home, turns the corner, and he is going to score the run. And Ojala with an RBI on the play. And that was really set up by the ability of the wild pitch by Blanchard going to second base, to be at second base to score on that single. So Ojala with a delivery there, big hit. He's got the single, the RBI, now Protovansky up. Last time up, Protovansky had a single and eventually came around to score himself. So all of a sudden it goes to 6-4. Oh, these games, they're never over till the very last out's recorded. These are wild affairs. That's toward the hole at short, and that's going to be through the wickets and into left field, and both runners will be safe. So again, you can see something brewing here in the bottom of the fourth for the Rangers. Kyle Miles up now. He's walked and laid down a beautiful sacrifice bunt. Again, both teams tonight, when they do get a runner on first, have been very willing, and they've executed the bunts and the sacrifices. Miles here, though, has got a big bat. I'm swinging away. Like that pitch, took a big rip at it, and it'll be a foul ball. Yeah, first and second, you never see him square the bunt like that. He's looking to pick up a couple RBIs here. It's 6-4. I don't know if I said the right score last time, but it's 6-4, and that's going to be to first. He'll step on the bag. There's the out, but the runners will go to second and third. Ojala at third took the big turn. And you can see McCoy come running in. So that is the first out. Tomlinson up. Having a rough night so far. He's 0 for 2. Can change all that right now, though. Tell you, if they look, he's a lefty. If you look down the line and bunt right now, yeah, it would be perfect. He'll be outside. The reason I say that is over at third base, the defensive player is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 feet back from the infield grass. Even deeper now. He goes to the edge of the outfield grass. Now they're going to move him. And they showed bunt again, and on the wild pitch, nobody will move up on it. But just the fact that he's squaring the bunt, it's getting that infield moving around, creating some seams and holes for him to poke the ball through if he likes to slap. Oh, that's a beautiful bunt. That's a beautiful bunt. No run scored, but he's going to be safe at first. You couldn't have bunted that any better. If even at the major league level, it was beautifully done. So he'll be at first base with the bunt single. Now bring up Reed Farley with the one out, and the base is juiced. So 6-4, and see if they bring the infield in. No, they're going to keep him back at normal depth here. Farley, right down the pipe for a strike. McCoy just reared back and fired away, and he'll chase down the loose ball now. Yeah, everybody's settling down. Now they'll bring the third baseman, McCullough, in on the edge of the grass. And the break for the home base, Ojala. He's going to be safe in under the tag as the runners. Tomlinson will go to second. Protovansky will go to third, and the lead cut to 6-5 now. So Ojala, just that little bit of an edge he had, able to slide in under the tag. So all of a sudden it's a 1-run game here, and the tying run at third, the go-ahead run at second. Oh, and Farley liked that one. He went chopping wood up top. Oh, those are so hard to lay off, those high pitches. I don't know why, but every age level I do, they like them around their eyeballs. And couldn't hold up. That'll be a strikeout. That will be the second out of the inning. Now Zach Gelbert up. He walked his last time up, got stranded at second. 6-5 in the bottom of the fourth. It's a dandy tonight on Munger Vision. The feature presentations, Proctor taking on the Pittsford Indians in youth baseball action. If you're just turning the TV on now, first of all, shame on you, where have you been? Second of all, you just go to PEGTV.com, click video on demand, and you can select the game and watch it in its entirety at your convenience, anywhere, anytime. It's a free service on the internet. Good contact going by. Actually, that's Logan Landon as he's pinch hitting. That's right, he got put in the field defensively last inning. So Landon getting his first at bat here. That's why I'm all for, like, they need a big press box with a PA announcer. That's going to be a great knockdown. And got him. That's Nerney who knocked the ball down, stayed with it, made the out, and well, a 6-5 game. Pittsford will lead going into the fifth. So in a 6-5 game, as I double-check the book, should be Dominic McCullough. Tyler Allen and Eric Sherman due up, and McCullough will take a big swing and miss at that first pitch. He liked it, got his rips at it, and that'll be a strike. Fox is at third base. He went in defensively last inning for Proctor. He's in on the grass down at third. He's going to back up now a few feet. Blanchard going into the fifth inning of work here. Miles stays at short. Farley's at second. First base is Tomlinson. Chris Gelbert's in right. Ojala's in center. And Landon is in left. And that'll be a ball. Blanchard last inning was extended to 9 batters. That's the deepest he's gone in the order. I couldn't tell you if he's tired or not, but I don't think he's really thrown an inordinate amount of pitches other than the last inning. But we will see as it unfolds here. I'm trying to find his strikeouts. 3, 6, 9 strikeouts in the ball game for Blanchard. As McCullough with his own cheering section over there. Will swing and a miss, strike 2. Steps out of the box, glances down to the third base coach, gets the sign, and all set now. And good eye right there on a close pitch. McCullough will draw the walk. And I'll bring up Tyler Allen. He's 1 for 2 tonight. Last time up he singled and scored a run. So Proctor looking for a defensive stop this inning after they just made up a couple runs on the Pittsford squad. That runner at first with nobody down. Again, Blanchard, he's been tough when he's had to be tough out here. Oh, that's a shot, and that's going to get past Landon, roll to the fence, and see if they're going to send McCullough. Yeah, they're windmilling him around, and he's heading to the home plate. They'll let the throw go through, and he'll be safe. Runner going to third, and he'll be safe. That's a good piece of running on the end of that play to go to third base by Tyler Allen. As he'll pick up an RBI, you'll have a double take third on the throw. And Eric Sherman up now. 7-5, the Pittsford Indians picking up a run here in the fifth. That ball was hit on a rope. So Sherman is at the plate. As I think, yeah, there was only the one substitution on the bench for Pittsford Indians side. He's already come to the plate and had one turn at bat. So Sherman getting comfortable, taking his time, taking some extra rips there. Got Angelo McCullough on deck. And that was solid contact on that base hit to the gap in the outfield, no doubt about it. Might have chased one out of the strike zone, and he'll head to the dugout on the strikeout. 10 strikeouts now for Sean Blanchard. And Angela McCullough will be up next. On deck after McCullough is Daniel Allen, the catcher. McCullough went in, he went upstairs and got that. Miles trying to scoop it, and they'll make the throw and get the out. The run will score, but more importantly, they stayed with the play to get the second out of the inning. Nice job by Farley, as that becomes a 6-4-3 ground out. And Daniel Allen now has been on base twice, once on a fielder's choice and once on the walk. That's going to be back to Blanchard. He'll scoop to first. That's inning, but the Indians pick up a couple runs, push lead back to 3, and we'll go to the bottom of the 5th now with Proctor coming up. Out there on the mound for Pittsford, as Colby McCoy went the 4 innings, had 7 strikeouts, gave up the 5 runs, and they'll be fouled off. New pitcher out there, he was the third baseman, Dominic McCullough. He's going to face, well, I have Joe Parker in the spot, but that's not Joe Parker. That's going to be, looks like Gelbert up there. I believe Chris Gelbert. And it is number 11. So Chris Gelbert getting his first at-bat. And Jesse Slade on deck, as I've just caught up in my book. So McCullough will wind up and miss high. Again, when he was in the ballgame at third base, he made a couple throws across the diamond, and he had a very strong arm. In his warm-ups just now, he had a lot of pop on the ball getting in there. Of course, his eye's a little different when somebody steps in at the plate. Oh, good pitch right there. So in a game scheduled for 6, we're in the bottom of the 5th, and every time Proctor gets a little closer, Pittsford's able to respond and pick up a run or 2. Just like this last inning, they picked up 2 to push it to an 8-5 lead. And he will get the outside corner, and he'll start his inning to work off with a strikeout. And so Gelbert will go down. That'll be the 8th strikeout for Pittsford pitching tonight. Now Slade up. Fox, okay, so Slade not in there, so Braden Fox from the left side, and this will be his first official at bat tonight. Slade had a double his last time he was up in there. Now Fox working with nobody on base. Top of the order, Blanchard on deck. And so McCullough into the full windup. Getting good pop on the ball, just got to find the strike zone. And Fox, with a good eye, didn't offer at the pitch. Tyler Allen's moved from short to third base now. And that pitch right in there for a strike. And then the pitcher, Colby McCoy, he's moved to the shortstop position. And I'm glancing. That's the up-to-date changes defensively for the Pittsford Indians as they've looking to get the win on the road tonight. And Fox again, knowing that strike zone, laid off that pitch. They've been close, but he hasn't been biting at them. And Proctor needing base runners right now as they're in the 5th, and they'll have one. With 1 down, Fox will draw the walk, and he'll head down to first base now. Blanchard up. Blanchard tonight scored a couple runs. Again, Blanchard that very long look down at third base. Like I said, there've been a lot of sacrificing tonight. See if they'll have him swing away though here in the 5th. And it's just a straight steal and no throw, and Fox will go in standing up down to third base, second base. Yeah, I'm a little surprised though, no throw down, and so Blanchard, the runner at second. And another good eye there by Blanchard. He's been able to draw a couple walks tonight, so I mean, he understands the strike zone. Nick Ojala waits his turn on deck for the Proctor squad. Oh, McCullough right there on the corner with some pop on the ball. Got 1 strikeout already this inning. This is his first inning of work on the mound. And that will get away, and there's going to be a play at third base. Fox going in, and he will be there safe as he slides to the outside of the bag. And Fox, with that extra gear, able to get it down there. Oh, a lot of speed with Fox out there. (8-5), but a runner sitting down at third base with one down for Proctor. And that will be a walk. And Blanchard now will be at first for Ojala. Always interesting to me to see what the coaches call here. First and third, one down. If it was me, I had Blanchard going on the first pitch. Protovansky awaits on deck, and there goes Blanchard, and they will not throw down, and so they'll concede the base to Blanchard. Yeah, Ojala tonight with a couple singles and an RBI, and he scored a run, so you can see why he's batting up so high in the count. And Fox is going to try, and he's going to be safe. Yeah, he came in under the... You know what the key to that was? He never hesitated. I thought at first it was going to be a mistake that he took off, but he knew better, and he will score, and they'll make it 8-6, as the umpire will call time, but Fox will come in to score. And Blanchard is over at third base. So 8-6 now in the bottom of the fifth. Pittsford's lead down to 2. And the umpires are going to check the outs. I think they're just checking the outs and the counts here. Never hurts to be on the same page. And they did check the count. They said 1-1 on Ojala. That's going to be his second RBI of the night. As it goes up the middle, and he'll take the turn. He's going to go as the ball bobbled in center field, and he's going to stop at second. Ojala again from that number 2 spot with another RBI tonight. 8-7 to score, and Ojala ends up at second base. He's had 3 singles tonight, scored a run, and driven in a couple of runs. Protovansky up now with the tying run down at second base. And that's got a chance to flare in there. And that will be a fair ball, and Ojala is going to be told to... That's interesting. See what they do. He cut the bag real tight over at third. I'm not sure he hit it, but we'll see. And just like that, we've got a tie ball game. Protovansky with an RBI. And now Miles up 3 runs this inning so far, and just the 1 out. Protovansky and Miles, the power portion of the order here this season. Oh, that's going to be a tough play as it'll skid foul, yeah. Playing back on the grass and coming on the play was going to be a tough throw across the diamond to get Miles, but it'll be a foul ball. So Protovansky will head back to first base. Miles will get back in the box. We got an 8-8 game in the bottom of the 5th. Tomlinson on deck. Oh, a good one tonight from Proctor. And that's going to be down to, oh, tough hop. It took a big hop over an Ernie at the last second. Protovansky still going and told to go home. He'll take the cut and the throw now coming in, and he's going to be safe. The ball will pop free. Miles will go to third. And just like that, Proctor's erased that 3-run deficit with 4 runs in the 5th and still just the 1 out. That was a tough play for the second baseman, Nerney, as he got to the spot, got in good position, but then a nasty hop came up over the top of his head. 9-8 now, Proctor, and Tomlinson shows bunt squares and pulls the bat back, and the pitch called the ball on the outside corner, too far outside. Oh, I like the play with Tomlinson with the runner at third. I like that. And they're still deep at third base on the corner, even after he showed bunt. And swinging away. I always have mixed feelings. I always feel if you start with the bunt, stay with the bunt, but who the heck am I? But there's a 1-1 count now to Tomlinson. This good kind of action all the time over here on these Little League games. This is why you got to go over and... Oh, Miles with a very late start. Going to get in a pickle. That's what he wants. No, they won't bite. They won't take the throw down. See, he's an experienced player. He was told to go by the coach, but I mean, you can read the fact that the catcher was right there. So then what he tried to do was get him in a pickle play where they throw the ball around, then he could come home. That's just experience now. And off the corner. So McCullough started his inning off on the mound with a strikeout. And then there's been some solid contact by the Proctor Rangers. Take that 9-8 lead. And Tomlinson taking all the way will take a strike. So McCullough would love to get his second strikeout of the night right here. Just did miss it. That'll be a walk, and runners will be at first and third. Close pitch, but a good call. And Reed Farley up now. McCullough coming inside, and there goes the runner down to second, and Tomlinson, again, no contest. He'll concede the base to him. And I have mixed feelings on that. This is a developmental skills level. Your catcher's a defensive player, and it's not just these guys. I've seen a lot of teams not tell the catcher not to throw down. I know in certain situations you shouldn't, but earlier in the ball game they were not letting them throw down. I don't understand that. How are you going to develop a catcher if you don't let them throw down? I think catcher's position nowadays at Legion, high school, softball, this age, they just don't. That's a position that really just gets overlooked, doesn't get developed. Nobody really works for them at this age group. I do. There's one. I love it when a coach asks that. How many outs? And you hear mixed answers. So McCullough with good velocity. A lot of his pitches are just missing. And you got to give the Proctor batters a lot of credit for knowing that strike zone, making them work right here. 4 runs this inning, and Proctor's taken a 9-8 lead. Bottom of the fifth, scheduled for 7. Farley at the plate. It looks like Landon on deck. Yes, if I could read my own writing, I would see that. Okay. So after the visit to the mound, see if that settles down McCullough. Then you can see the good pop on the ball. Oh, he's going to try to score now, and he's going to be safe as he comes sliding to the inside of the plate. And a smart play by Miles, and he'll score the run. Tomlinson will go to third, and Farley ends up at first. Makes it 10-8, and they're going to make the pitching change. So I'll be back after the fade with the pitching change. New pitcher's Tyler Allen, number 18 out there. I believe this is his third position of the night. He's played third, short, now pitching, and that's Logan Landon, taking a swing, and Farley going down to second base, won't draw the throw. So Landon is the 9th batter to come to the plate. Remember, there is the 10-batter rule in the this division, this league. Oh, great pitch right there. Wow. That's hitting your corners right there. Now making a 0-2 count. So in a 10-8 game, it's been a wild one. My type of ball game tonight. And again, just a tad high on that pitch. Got 2 strikes. He's got the 1 out. Unless they get a double play, the next batter, Jalbert, will be the final batter. He'll be the 10th batter of the inning. And again, close, but just off the corner. And got to give Landon a lot of credit, because that was close with 2 strikes, but he hung in there. And that'll be strike 3, and that'll be the second out now. As I have Jalbert coming up, and it is number 11, Chris Jalbert. And so Jalbert with 2 outs and 2 on, and 5 runs in. 10-8 Proctor, as each team's held the lead at different times tonight. It's seesawed back and forth. And I know the batter jumped back, but that was not that bad a pitch, just off the corner on the inside. The big guy on the mound, he comes right over the top with a lot of his stuff. That's pretty intimidating. Like that's coming home, and the play is safe. So Tomlinson will come in with another run. And Farley will go to third. Unofficially, I have it 11-8 now, Proctor. Just some real heads-up, aggressive base running this inning too by Proctor has helped him regain the lead. To the backstop, here comes Farley, and oh, they're going to call him out. Oh, it looked like he had the ball caught on the opposite side of the plate, but they'll ring Farley up. We'll go to the top of the sixth, 11-8 Proctor. Blanchard trying to get the complete game victory. Had actually a very good night. There's Ethan Nerney up, and Nerney's had an excellent ball game, both defensively in the field and at the plate. Last time up, he had an RBI single and scored a run. It'll be Nerney and then LaCoyle. And Blanchard will induce the swing. Blanchard I have with 10 strikeouts tonight unofficially, and he said he got extended in the fourth inning. Other than that, he pretty much in control all night. 10-8 or 11-8 the score. Proctor Rangers looking to get the win. And it was the bottom of the fifth was their big inning offensively. Fox is at third base defensively. Miles is at short. Farley at second. Tomlinson at first. Protovansky's gone the distance behind home plate, being a catcher. Ojala in the outfield's had a big night with the bat. Chris Jalbert and Logan Landon, that will complete the outfield. And there's a strikeout number 11, strikeout number 11 for Blanchard, and that's the first out of the sixth inning. Now Cameron LaCoyle up. LaCoyle tonight's got 3 RBIs for the Indians. And he went after that pitch a little bit low there, and he'll be down in the count 0-1. So Blanchard has shown a variety of different, he's changed speeds throughout the ball game, hit some spots. I've been watching the target being set by Protovansky, the catcher, and Blanchard's done a very good job on the mound tonight. See, just a little change of speed on that, and it'll be a strike. LaCoyle with the big swing. Like I said, he drove in 3 runs his last time up. Oh, beautiful pitch for strike 3. Now that's a dozen. 12 strikeouts for Blanchard. And Pittsford down to the last out. And it should be Eric Laughlin coming up. And it is Eric Laughlin coming up. Just remember, though, it's never over until I pick up the camera equipment, so. And Fox right on the edge of the infield grass down at third. Fox has been impressive over there in the corner. That'll bounce in for 2 balls, no strikes now. So Blanchard, I've liked Blanchard's pace all night between pitches. Right here he's got to wait a little bit longer as the batter had stepped out. Laughlin did. And Laughlin has worked the count now to 3 balls, no strikes, looking to get on base and get a 2-out rally going for the Pittsford Indians. On a very cool night here in Proctor. Good sleeping weather. And there's taking all the way, as you would, with 3 balls, no strikes. Called a strike. The important part is I can see the flames getting higher there on the barbecue grill, so I know they're getting some burgers ready. I don't know if I let the flames get that high, but I'm sure they're volunteer firemen here. Oh, just off the corner, and there's the first runner of the 6th inning. He'll draw the walk, and I'll bring up McCoy now. So Colby McCoy. I'm sure one of the things they're going to do is make sure Blanchard throws strikes. Don't help him out. Outside corner, it's called a strike. It's been a very consistent strike zone tonight by the umpire behind home base. He's done a good job. The young guy in the field's done a good job too. And you can see the indication, too far inside. And that's going to get away, and the runner will go down to second base, maybe take the turn. Yeah, they're going to send him to third. And he's going to go and be safe. He overran the bag, and he's going to be safe as he scrambles back as Fox just put the tag down a little bit late. So on the attempt to get the runner at first, they overthrew the bag, and that allowed Laughlin to go all the way to third. The important out, though, is the guy at the plate. They have 2 down and a 3-run lead, and McCoy at the plate. And a wild night here in Proctor on Munger Vision. Again, Blanchard. Sometimes that last out's the hardest out. Before he was actually throwing the ball. Now he's kind of like aiming the ball. You just ignore the stats, the 2 outs, and just go back out and do what you did all night long. He's got 12 strikeouts in the ball game. That's going to score a run, yes. Going to make it 11-9, and this could be all the way around as McCoy with the good speed. You could see him motoring into third, and will they wave? They're going to send him home. He's going to make it. McCoy around the bases with a 2-run homer. And just like that, we got a nail biter. 11-10 in my book. 2 down, and Dominic McCullough up. And that was to the opposite field, quite a poke. Well over the head of Gelbert. And a strike called, so 11-10. Proctor's lead down to 1, and Dominic McCullough stepping back in after a practice swing. Tyler Allen on deck. Strike 2 called. Blanchard looking for a baker's dozen here. 13 strikeouts to end the ball game. Up 0-2 in the count. Got it, and that's the ball game. What a wild one. Great game tonight from Proctor. It's going to be an 11-10 Proctor win. 13 strikeouts for Blanchard, but a great effort by both teams. A well-umpired game, and I hope you've enjoyed this youth baseball action on Munger Vision. Get out there, support community events like this in your area, and I always support the old guy, Munger Vision.